Mike Johnson is our Speaker of the House, and Mike Johnson made a proclamation that Joseph Biden could use a law 212F Immigration and Nationality Act from the 1950s to close down the border. Except Donald Trump tried to do that, and it was unconstitutional. The Supreme Court got involved, and it's because of asylum seekers. Because we are a nation of immigrants, we allow for people to come in with asylum. And the Supreme Court, the one that Donald Trump stacked, said no. So Mike Johnson is lying to us again. The reason why we need a border bill is laws are created by Congress. That is their job. Congress, which is both houses, the House of Representatives and the Senate, they make the laws. The executive branch, which is Joseph Biden, enforces the laws, and the Supreme Court, wait for it, interprets the laws. So who was responsible for writing the laws? Mike Johnson. And what was the request of the GOP? We want to tie any aid to Ukraine to a border bill. So they took the most radically conservative, far-right MAGA guy from Oklahoma, and he wrote the wet dream of the authoritarian right to try and oppress anyone who might happen to be brown, which is, everyone south of us on the border. And Donald Trump, who has zero things to run on as far as accomplishments are concerned, because remember, when he was last president, it was 2020. 700,000 Americans died because of his incompetence. 2.5 million jobs were lost. Inflation rose to 8% because of him. What has he got to run on? Inflation's been below 4% for 2 years now under Biden. The economy is going in the right direction. There's another 300,000 jobs in January. The only thing that Trump has to run on is fear for the ignorant people that follow him. But that's not going to work. And work in the short term, he'll get the nomination from the GOP. He might even get away with the nonsense from the Supreme Court because he put in fully a third of the Supreme Court less than 4 years ago. But he's not going to court any of those voters in the middle. Donald Trump's not doing anything to grow the GOP. He continues to talk about the insurrection after his attorney said it wasn't an insurrection. He continues to talk about how he got Roe destroyed and attacked Taylor Swift. 110 million women are registered to vote in this nation. Only 75 million people voted for Donald Trump. Now, even if 50% of that number, 60 million people that are women, vote democratically, that will end the Republican Party. Because he'll get another 40 million people like me. I'm going to vote. I'm going blue up and down the thing. I will not vote for a single Republican again. I live in Florida. They have fucked up the state so severely. That gets off the topic of Mike Johnson. We need the Congress to write laws. It has to go from the lower house to the upper house, and it gets signed by Biden. For those of you who remember Schoolhouse Rocks, I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill. And I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. I know that. I was raised in the 1970s. That was on public TV because of, the Democratic Party and PBS. Liberals have been fighting for democracy my entire life, and the GOP has been trying to end it. Women are in danger in places like Florida and Missouri, where there's a total abortion ban. In Texas, with Kay Cox, all that nonsense. I do not know how women are voting for the GOP. There is a systematic attack on it. It starts at the top with Donald Trump, who raped a woman repeatedly, has been charged with that. He is on the Jeffrey Epstein. He's number 2, whatever the nonsense is. The allegations are he raped a 13-year-old. It wouldn't shock me. His behavior towards his daughter has been repulsive, to say the least. Mike Johnson is taking orders from him. And at the same time, you got Tucker Carlson in Russia. How much you want to bet some of the information from, say, Kevin McCarthy or Donald Trump found his way to Putin via the most useful idiot in the world, Tucker Carlson. There was a time the Republican Party was completely against Putin. It was 10 years ago. What happened? They were not happy with Putin's invasion of the Crimea and complained that Barack Obama didn't do enough to stop Russian advances in that region of the world. And now, they're in bed with the Russians. Mike Johnson is not equipped to do this job. The impeachment the other day shows exactly how ill-equipped he is. I'm hoping that Jack Smith is working on that information he got from the congressman's phone on all the people that were involved. And don't forget, Mark Meadows has been talking about who's been involved in Congress because he's had to. He was going to go to jail for a long time if he did not cooperate. So it's about to get very interesting. Please remember to vote true and vote blue. Our democracy is truly counting on you.